Okay, welcome to today's exercise. Today we'll be looking at doorbell sounds, so things that trigger your dog to start barking, whether it be the doorbell itself or someone knocking on the door or the sight of somebody. So what we want to do is pair the presence of those sounds with something good and something low arousal. So what we're going to do is we're going to press the doorbell sound, handy helper, and then we're going to feed the bed. Look, Echo, we're feeding the bed. Now, choosing to have both dogs out today could be a good thing or a really bad idea. Okay. Hang on a minute. Wait, don't press the sound. She's waiting. And then we're going to press the doorbell sound. And we're going to feed the bed. Good girl. And I'm purposely feeding the bed, not necessarily just the floor, but the bed that we're using for the boundary training, because eventually we want the sound of the doorbell to be a trigger for the dog to go to their bed. So not only are we pairing the sound doorbell with going to bed, but also something low arousal, which will stop the barking. Okay, off you get. Echo. Good girl. So you're going to press the doorbell. Nice. Now actually the dogs are already drawn back to the bed anyway, because obviously we're in a training session right now. So naturally they're already being drawn back to the bed. So what we're going to do is using that natural predictor, we know it's going to happen, press the doorbell just before they go back to the bed, and it becomes a predictor to go to bed anyway. Hey, don't argue about food. Boy, go. Okay, so I'm going to lure them both off. We're going to press our doorbell sound. Dogs are going to go back to the bed because we know they're going to go there anyway. And we're going to feed them individually on the bed. Good dogs. Good. Good. Now, what I recommend you do to begin with, if your dog already reacts to the sound of your doorbell, is to change your doorbell sound first and foremost, so we can start to create new associations. That will help, rather than using an old association where your dog's going to go nuts. Okay? So bring them off. Doorbell sound. Hey, stop arguing. Dogs go back to the bed. One dog goes back to the bed. Echo. Oh, hi, Echo. Stop arguing about the food. Zombie, be nice. I'll do it again. Okay. Good girl. Okay, doorbell sound. Where are you supposed to be, Zombie? Wait for them to figure it out. Good. And feed the bed. Good. So it's exactly the same pattern of behaviour that we're building up with the general boundary training. When we throw the food off, dogs will go back to the bed anyway. We can start when we start adding that bed cue. You're basically changing your bed cue for a doorbell cue, and you can use both. So have a practice of this, but also don't just do it in a situation where we're setting up the training session. You can do this as well when your dog's asleep. So if they're sleeping, press the doorbell, be ready to put food on their bed, so that we can make sure that they don't only not bark at the doorbell when they're in a training session, but also just general day-to-day life. So do it when they're sleeping, do it during the day when they're unaware, but be ready, make sure you're ready with those treats so you can start feeding the bed straight away, and do this in as many setup scenarios as you can so that you can control the outcome and be ready. And make sure you've always got a pot of treats on the side so that when the doorbell does go randomly, you're ready to feed the bed before you go and answer the door. So go and have practice, send us your videos, and we'll see how you guys get on.